Did it not connect?
I think it was live at first.
So weird.
My computers and YouTube have been having issues.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, edit this out when you get a chance.
I will.
Can the viewers we have hear us?
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. This is SNN.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, we've been talking to ourselves for 5 minutes.
Fine.
But so we'll just restart then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just let's roll the clip again.
Yeah. So this is SNN, the Sorcerer's News Network. Is you're not even remotely close to around the clock. Star Wars, Disney Sorcerer's Arena, news, reactions, reviews, theory crafting, and more source. I'm Sir Georges, your host along with Celiac Sarah.
Hey.
This show is all about the raid because we finally got a dev Q&A where they talk to us with questions I think they asked themselves.
Yeah, because I don't know who sends these questions in.
I know, right?
But now that I think about it, you're right. Who sends these questions in?
They've got to ask themselves, unless they've got a select little group that because there is no public, hey, what questions do you guys have? Or here's a place to post questions. It's just, we're having a Q&A. Not a viewer, not a game player Q&A, but just a dev asking questions to other devs.
Yeah.
But in their defense, they ask good questions. They don't seem to be beating around the bush, ignoring the obvious ones everyone's. So I'm okay with it. So we're talking about the raid. They just gave us a little teaser. So we're
little video.
Yeah, a little 15-second, much better video than the one that we had before, where it just said
totally
like Ursula and had the people turn around. This one actually shows some gameplay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play it once through and then talk about it.
Nitpick it.
Yeah. So we see the character Ursula, normal sized.
Normal size. That's a great. Oh, I just had an idea. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She's gonna get bigger in later phases.
We're thinking the same thing.
Because the very first teaser they showed us, the one that didn't really show anything.
She's massive.
She's massive.
And she does do that, so it would make sense. Yeah, totally.
I think they're gonna take us through the movie, like different villain highlights throughout the movie.
I wonder if it means you'd have to fight her human form at some point.
Yeah, or somebody else. Yeah. Now we're speculating a lot. Or her human form while other things from the movie get in the way. Like what if you have to play as tiny heroes? This is very unlikely. But versus the chef, and he's trying to throw you inside the. That's one of the more villainous, scary moments of the movie, from what I recall, is when the chef is trying to take Sebastian. Look him. Sebastian is just running for his life.
That's a great moment. It's just so great in the movie.
That is phase 2 of the raid. You heard it here first.
All the speculation. All right.
So
let's speculate about what they actually showed us.
Yes. So now that we paused it on when we actually see our characters versus Ursula. 4 orange bars at the top. Likely going to be 4 phases of the raid.
Yeah.
Sarah? Yeah.
Yeah. Super similar to Star Wars.
Yeah. I see a health bar in red with. I think the yellow one's going to be her turn meter.
I was going to say, is that her turn meter?
Speed meter. Then below that, she's got 3 abilities.
Yeah.
Because they each have magic. And then the top right, where it has the leadership. So it has Ariel's leadership for your team with the heart in the bottom right.
And she's got her own little...
Right. So she's got her own leadership in play.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with contracts. So it looks like she has a basic and 2 specials, one of which is Grasping Tendrils. That Grasping Tendrils move is doing silence on Ariel.
Yeah.
And her other move must do an AoE Intimidate.
Yeah, because they all have Intimidate right now. And, oh man, I can't zoom in. Is it a 1 turn? It looks like, oh my gosh, I can't remember his name, the Big Hero 6 guy that's in there. It looks like his Intimidate's on a 2 turn.
Right, yeah. Some of them have 2 turns. So she must inflict a 2 turn Intimidate AoE to all your characters.
Mm-hmm. The silence thing I am trying to figure out because, like you said, Moana has Taunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Ariel.
What if it's okay? So maybe it's either a silence a random enemy. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What if it intentionally silences the leader?
Okay. Yeah. So it would ignore Taunt in that case.
Yeah.
That's a good thought. I like that. I was going to say, otherwise it would have to be super specific in her kit. Like it would have to mention something about if Ariel is present.
Oh yeah, good point. Then
that's
she
the
always
only
gets
other
silenced.
thing I could think of. It's either the leader or if Ariel is present, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just noticed also, bottom left has Ariel Ursula taking her turn.
Mm-hmm.
So her little icon, she's got one of the eels. Both eels are in her little picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's Gear 7, 7-star, level 250.
Oh, geez. Yeah. And also...
It doesn't mean anything for raid bosses to have that, but it is an indicator of the kind of power level you should expect out of them.
And I'm assuming this is the highest tier difficulty.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to show you it from tier 1. I just noticed this top left, right by the settings gear, it says 3 out of 4.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So
3 out of 4 waves?
Wave 3 of 4. So that makes me think that
continue.
The what? Oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? The like sections of the raid are going to be waived. Does that even really make sense? Unless this orange bar at the top is lying to us, and this is part 3 of a 4-part raid.
Now, since the orange bar is at the top, the orange bar has not been taken out at all.
It makes me think this is part 1.
Yeah, right. It makes me think this is part 1. But it does say in the top left, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Does that mean you're in the 3rd phase out of 4 complete phases?
Or are there waves in each phase? That's the word I was looking for, phase.
So is fighting Ursula right now in the image only wave 3 of phase 1? But that doesn't make sense either.
That doesn't make sense either.
You ought to see some progression on the orange bar.
And who would you fight? Who would you fight after Ursula? As like you would think she would be in wave 4. Who's going to come after her in wave 4?
Yeah.
Unless like each wave, maybe like the first wave, it's like the eels.
So maybe she's I
and
definitely
then
think
she
the
comes
eels,
out.
She comes out. Maybe she'll just change forms or something.
Oh,
so like same level. Your characters all stay the same as they normally do. Wave missions. But once you get her health all the way down, she'll change maybe change abilities, change forms, go to a different part of the level, but still within phase 1.
Yeah, this also all could have, been changed by the time the raid rolls out too.
Yeah, true.
For all we know, this is a video of the raid gameplay from 2 months ago, and they've already changed it.
Yeah, true.
To tweak it so that we don't think of these things.
Oh no.
No. I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the actual phases and waves or what. Moving on, she uses one of her specials where she pulls up a cauldron. 2 green hands. And this is her first special with a 4-turn magic cooldown.
Yeah.
This special does a lot of damage to Moana, who's taunting.
Oh, yeah. Just took out like half of her remaining health.
Yeah.
More than half of her remaining health, I should say. Half of her total health.
Yeah. And that's it. The entire video is 4 seconds of Ursula doing one special. Actually, I'm not sure if this means anything. So at the last second, whenever Ursula uses her move and finishes her move.
Right.
So she's doing her first special, which is the little silhouette of herself with green arms coming up.
Yep.
Her other special is of the contract that she gets Ariel to sign.
Oh, yeah.
The magic cooldown disappears on the contract as well once her turn is over.
I wonder if that's why Ariel is silenced.
I don't know. Or maybe it just disappeared because you only get to see her cooldowns during her turn.
Maybe.
I don't know. But both moves were fresh.
Yeah.
She used one, and then the contract also. So what if the contract is like a passive where it happens once she does something?
Yeah. I don't know. I have so many questions.
Yeah. Lots of speculation. But that was a very fun way to start off the show. Looking at our first actual gameplay footage of the raid. And whatever the waves and phases mean, it shows a team coming in to fight her for the first time. Which doesn't happen during waved battles. So that 3 out of 4 in the top left can't mean you're in the 3rd wave out of a 4-wave match. You know?
That's what I'm thinking too. Right?
I think that's just a
glitch,
maybe? Typo. I don't know. Doesn't make sense with the rest. But what were you going to say?
I like that it showed what looks like actual gameplay, like the actual.
Me too.
It wasn't just like a rendered video of,
I agree.
Yeah. So that makes me more excited than I was earlier in the day when there was no news about it.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'm intrigued. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think they're doing good. Okay. Yeah. Moving on to more raid talk. They gave us a dev Q&A that has specific answers, not speculation.
Right.
So let me pull it up. Yeah. Did you find a web version of it?
No, I did not. It looks like it's only in Discord. I was looking on their forums. I wish that they had posted it there, but
yeah.
It looks like it's only in their Discord in the From the Devs page.
Right. So in Discord, They answered a Q&A with questions they provided themselves. Meathead Militia said, "We're excited about the introduction of raids, official confirmation. So we put together this Q&A with our development team to answer some questions." So yeah, they put it together. He Meathead Militia asked questions for all of us.
Yeah.
I'll ask the questions and then you answer them.
All right.
Okay. And you can condense the answers if you don't think it needs to be everything that he wrote.
Okay. Deal.
So, Sarah, why did you choose Ursula as a raid boss?
Because she is one of the most prominent and popular villains. Huh.
Are you confident in your answer, Sarah?
I mean, when I think Disney villain, I don't think Ursula per se, but I think like Cruella de Vil, Maleficent.
I think Ursula. Yeah,
I mean, like, she's not like, I'm not saying she's not a villain. She's just not my first thought of for a villain.
Yeah.
Well,
now,
this goes to what you said though earlier. I'm just skimming the answer.
Yeah.
About maybe possibly playing out the Little Mermaid story.
Right. Adapting some unforgettable Ursula moments, plural, from the Little Mermaid into the game has been a large, fun challenge and has really been captured within the game.
So I think it's definitely going to be playing along her storyline.
Throughout the film. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So maybe no chef scene.
And if you remember, long ago, like first couple episodes, when they had a survey of which characters you want to see in the game.
Yes.
For myself, every time Ursula popped up, it was a hard yes.
You were like, yeah, give me Ursula. Yeah. I do remember that, and I think I hit Ursula as well, because I feel like she would be awesome.
Right.
In the game.
I think that played a big role in her being the raid boss.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people wanted her specifically.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Sarah, will all raids be a similar format with a new boss to chase?
They didn't really answer this. They gave a PR answer.
Yeah.
Saying that they are going to be a difficult challenge for clubs to work together on. And, if a new raid comes, it would have to be warranted, basically.
Right. Blah, blah. We don't know anything at this
time. Exactly. So, not applicable. Why would you even ask that question?
I know. Especially when you're feeding yourself the answers.
Yeah.
Or the questions, yeah. Okay, Sarah, do you have a predefined timing for launching raids?
No. is the long and short answer, basically. They're basically saying they are keeping their finger on the pulse to identify a window that makes the most sense. Just give us the raid, man. This is my viewpoint on this is there is no raid right now in the game. So the window is now.
Right.
I wouldn't be like, release a new raid in 2 months after you release this one. That's stupid.
Right.
There's no window there, right? Like that I could understand, but there's no raid right now.
Right.
Just drop it.
I'm glad he's thinking ahead of time. Like,
yeah.
What should we expect in the future with raids? Like, should this be the only one for 2 years? Or
they did say, like, at the beginning of this, they said that they always knew raids would come to the game.
Right.
If they just haven't actually made a timeline for it.
Yeah. And I actually like this answer because they said that they want to make sure the rewards are desirable. That's good. Whether it be new gear pieces or something flashy like a completely new character. I think that's telling that we're going to get Ursula as a reward for the raid. We're also going to get Gear 7 and the final 2 slots that are question marks right now.
Yeah.
Gear 7 Plus gear pieces from the raid.
Yeah, I agree.
Then, silly question. Once raids are released, what's the next big feature you'd like to work on or create?
There's always something we're looking to add or improve upon. You know that? So this is also kind of silly. They say that they have their eyes toward some PvP modes as well as club modes.
Isn't that everything?
That's everything in the game. PvP, club.
In fact, that is everything currently in the game without giving us more single-player PvE modes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because that's what I would rather have. There's plenty of PvP.
Oh man, there's so much PvP. You have Conquest, you have regular PvP, you have Tournament. Like, there's tons of that.
Like, I'm so sick of Arena. Tournament is okay. Tournament, I'm okay with Tournament. Arena is the worst.
PvP. Yeah, it's not fun.
Tournament, you can at least do the 2 times.
Yeah.
And watch an ad to make it whenever you're ready to do all your battles at once.
PvP
is horrid.
Yeah. I liked it at first when it was fresh, and now I'm like, okay, I'm over you.
Yeah. I do like the rewards. I like the cycling. But now we're getting off on a tangent.
Yes.
I thought this was a silly question because I'm excited about the raid, not whatever comes next right now. Because we haven't gotten the raid yet. We don't know anything about the raid. I want to know more about the raid. Don't ask questions about what comes next.
Yeah.
What are you, Sarah, most worried about with releasing your first raid?
Man, well, there are a lot of moving pieces. That is obvious. So it's the unknowns that worry most. I don't know how that's an answer, but okay. The things that can arise from critical mass that are very difficult to replicate internally through testing. Beyond that, simply ensuring that raids as a feature really capture the awesomeness that is Ursula. I think that the raid will capture the awesomeness. I don't think that is something that they need to worry about. I can see their point. So this is what I immediately thought of reading this.
Yeah.
I immediately thought of Star Wars when they released like Sith Raid or Tank Raid or whichever raid, particularly the Sith Raid because it's the most recent.
Yeah.
And people finding infinite loops with specific squad makeups. I think that's what they're speaking to.
I think so too.
I think they're basically saying there's no way for us to test every possible thing that you guys are going to do.
Right.
And there's going to be some holes.
Or if it's too easy or too hard, backlash that's going to come no matter what.
Yes. There's going to be tons.
Yeah. But we're still happy that you're releasing a raid.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it. Hit the go button.
What are you excited to learn about the game and the community from releasing raids?
They basically would like to hear our experience. They did say they've put a number of unique mechanics into raids, even 1 or 2 secrets to be discovered.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Like,
I think that
not in the guide, not in the rules, not in just find something like a new target to tap on, or what does it mean? Because when I hear secret, I'm thinking Super Mario Bros. 3, first level, like
go behind,
crouch down, go behind the wall,
run behind, get the magic flute.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Totally. I see you're thinking that. I was thinking if I tap on this clam, will like bubbles come out of it or something? Like,
oh, that'd be funny. That'd be fun. I'm okay with that too.
Unique mechanics make sense to me as well. That's like any raid. There's going to be the raid boss is going to work differently versus the actual character in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens if the last level of the Ursula raid is too easy to complete? What will you do in response?
Well, we do. We're going to make it harder, basically. Yeah, they literally said it. If it's too easy, that they will take steps to correct it. It's supposed to be a challenging experience for everyone involved.
That's fair.
Rewards are more impactful when they are legitimately earned through effort. So capturing that feeling is of the utmost importance. I disagree with that sentence.
What?
Just saying.
I agree.
Yes.
Why do you disagree?
Because I just want the rewards.
No.
I don't think so. This is why I disagree with it. I can agree on the level of it being like a feeling of it being impactful. Whether I earn that gear through the raid being easy or too hard, that piece of gear that takes me from tier 7 to tier 8, let's say, it's going to have the same impact on my roster, whether or not it was quote unquote legitimate.
But it won't have the same impact on your joy, on your enjoyment playing the game.
I will disagree there, because I will enjoy wrecking PvP more if I'm at tier 8 versus tier 7.
No. This mode has to be fun for the PvE players.
It has to be. I think it's going to be fun. I do think it's going to be fun. I think they threw this question in as a way for them to be like, it's not going to be easy, basically.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Which is honestly what you should expect. You shouldn't expect a raid to be easy. You shouldn't expect to go in and knock it out of the park on the first try.
Right.
So.
Which
yes.
you and I come from different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to compete in the raid to see how high I score, to see how many
right.
club members I can defeat.
Right.
Whereas you just take your 0 most of the time.
I will say, in that sense, that when a raid first launches, I'm super competitive in it. Not in the sense of being competitive that I want to beat everyone else in the guild and be at the top of the board, but competitive in the sense that I want us to max out our potential and move up the difficulty chain as quickly as possible so that we can get to the best rewards.
Do you like finally being able to move to the top 6 months from now because it's so hard? And you get to work little by little and finally get that feeling of accomplishment before everyone else in the world does.
I mean, I wouldn't want to wait 6 months. I feel like that's long. I feel like I would wait. I think like 3 or 4 months is a good, depending on where, like what kind of player you are and what kind of club you're in.
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 months is a good way to get there. The other thing we don't know is how many times we're going to be able to do the raid. We still don't know what the rewards look like either.
How many times a week do you expect a top tier club to attempt the highest level?
I don't know. Are they gonna cap it like Star Wars does?
Well, I think that
where you'll be reward locked.
They don't want any club to feel obligated to play a raid over and over without any breathing room. So they're gonna put mechanics in place to throttle it so that every club will have a period of time to collaborate, talk about the next raid attempt, and strategize.
Yeah. I'm just relating to.
I low-key read the next question. Did you notice that?
No.
I did. Man, I asked the question and answered it.
Man. You did. You cheated. But like that's the whole point of these raids.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm thinking everything that I've heard so far.
Yes.
This is going to be exactly like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yes, which makes me happy because I was super worried that it was going to be like a Marvel style raid.
Right.
And I hate Marvel style raids. So I'm glad that's not the case.
Right. I agree. I love the way Star Wars does the raids.
Yeah.
Best part of that game.
Yeah. I should clarify. The reason why I hate the Marvel style is because if one player messes up and takes a wrong turn on that like node map, you're screwed.
Yeah. Or if you can't get every single member participate every single day,
you're screwed.
No picking up the slack in Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking with this answer, probably twice a week. Maybe 3 times a week, but probably twice a week.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if that's the case, realistically, if you're in a top end guild and Ursula is the reward, you're going to unlock Ursula depending on how many shards drop. I don't know. If you get first place every single raid, and first place gives you 10 shards.
10 shards, yeah. Then it'll take you, and you get 20 a week because you get to do it twice.
Yeah.
Then it'll take you
80 a month.
Weeks. So it'll take you 4 months.
Take you 4 months. Okay.
To 7-star.
To unlock.
7-star.
Oh, to 7-star. Man, that was fast, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Math is our strong suit here on the show.
I know.
We're so good at math, Sarah.
It's but 4 months is not that long.
No, not bad. We'll see. We'll see. For one person to get.
That's for one person.
Getting first every single raid.
If you're getting for exactly every single raid. You miss a raid. I wonder if they'll have a join thing.
I wonder how we're gonna launch raid.
Yes. Well, we're gonna launch raids by earning an item. Like, what is an item? Through various game modes. So tickets.
Right.
Each player will have a maximum amount they can contribute. So you'll be able to get tickets somehow. You can only get a maximum amount. And then we can launch the raid.
And they said various game modes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not difficult to get these tickets, especially since there's a cap. So maybe you'll just naturally, by doing all your dailies, still get the tickets.
That's what I'm curious about.
Without having to do a refresh.
That would be nice, considering the gem income does not make refreshes friendly.
Right.
So
now we're getting into more serious questions. Hardball. Okay. Are there any hard requirements for the raid? So
there will be.
What?
Yeah. But this makes sense. So they immediately follow this by saying, now's a great time to work on increasing the star rarity of your collection. Makes sense. You're going to need to have 7-star characters.
It makes sense when comparing to Star Wars. But I hate this because I hate that part about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't take a new character in Star Wars and play with them in the raids. You have to wait until you get them all the way to 7-star.
Mm-hmm.
I did not want that to be the case in this game, but it sounds like it is. And this game is so much harder to star up characters since you have no gem income.
Yeah. And you only have 3 attempts or 4 on hard nodes.
Right. So I am... So what you just pointed out is how this game takes a lot longer to get a character to 7-star in the first place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not excited about the first release of the raid, and I can have enough to do one team.
Mm-hmm. They do say there's going to be multiple difficulties, so it's exactly like Sith raid in Star Wars, where you have 7 difficulties. So you would theoretically, if you're not doing the top end, be able to use them in a lower tier. But I mean, the majority of people are going to be wanting to do the highest tier that you can do.
Right. And I think they give more reasons why you want to do the highest. But no, I'm not going to read ahead right now.
No. Okay.
Are there any characters that have benefits for using them in raids?
Yes.
Which are they?
So, all the 2 obvious ones that we know about already are Prince Eric and King Triton. And then they say there could be more subtle ones that have effects which may prove invaluable in the raid.
I like
so
it.
There's going to be some theory crafting.
Yeah. Best part.
That's your jam.
I love theory crafting.
Mm-hmm. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at the theory crafting. Yeah, but this doesn't surprise me either. Does it surprise you?
No. Half of these are obvious, but they give little hints. Yeah. Like 1 or 2 good words amongst that paragraph answer. Mm-hmm. Does character health persist in raids?
Generally speaking. So you will either be victorious when you are done, or you will have done as much damage as possible to a raid boss before becoming defeated. And it sounds like there's going to be an escape button, kind of like in Tank.
Right. For single characters to escape from a battle.
Yeah. And then your health value will persist. So if you're at 50% health, you take that character, and again later on they start at 50%.
I like that. I like that. Is there a way to leave a raid battle you thought you could do more damage in and retry with the team you went in with, or will you lose that team? So when a raid first opens,
I just read ahead.
Yeah, when a raid first opens, can I throw in a team just to test it? You know, like let's say our club has a no damage for an hour rule.
Right.
So we're all just testing for the first hour. Brand new raid. Can I throw in a team? Looks like I'm going to lose. I only got 1% done. I'm going to forfeit or retreat so that I can start over.
So there is a forfeit option, and you will be able to use your characters over again, but it will cost you an attempt for the day. So our attempts are going to be capped.
So even if I never logged damage and pulled characters out just to use the same team again,
it's going to cost you an attempt. So I'm curious if we get like 3 attempts.
Now, going back to Star Wars.
Yeah.
It'll depend on how much they rip off of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Everything but heroic in Star Wars has attempts.
Right.
So, but they are when you log damage, not when when your whole team loses, not when just for attempting.
It doesn't specify if you log damage or not. It literally just says if you leave a raid battle.
Right. Yeah. This one here. Yeah. So
yeah.
That would be a difference from Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's going to be in all tiers or not in the heroic one, like how it's gone in Star Wars. You can use as many attempts as you. I don't know.
Yikes.
But it sounds like they will limit you on how many times you can theory craft each attempt, like each raid.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you'll be punished for forfeiting and theory crafting because you're using up attempts that could be for a second team to go in or a third team to go in.
Which to me tells me that if you did do damage, you might as well just log it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, depending on how the run went. If it was a total gong show, then maybe not. But
yeah. Then I thought about asking how you would balance raids, but there's no good answer for that.
No.
So I'm going to skip that. Will raids have multiple tiers gated behind star levels? Or other requirements?
Yes. So there are going to be multiple tiers. They are going to have certain requirements. Basically, they put the requirements there to encourage us to bolster our collection, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't say what what the requirements will be, just that there will be.
Right. I'm hoping the answer just means the star requirements, which I still don't like, but that's fine. I hope they don't make it some kind of must-have oceanic on your squad.
Kind of like how the towers are.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I agree.
Because then for your attempts, you'll be wanting to split up your oceanic or...
And you're going to and that's going to completely change what you theory craft.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll see. If they do it just like Star Wars, everything will be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't... It sounds like... I think they're going to rip off Star Wars a lot. So I don't think we have to worry. These are just speculative questions.
Yeah, I agree.
Will Ursula be a playable character apart from being the raid boss?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, which basically is... I'm taking that as confirmation she is the raid reward.
Right. How else are you going to get her?
Right? Exactly. Why would you do a raid that you're killing Ursula in because she's the raid boss, but then have to go farm her shards?
Right.
Like that, no. We're gonna get her shards as reward.
That's cool. That's biggest piece of news yet.
Yeah.
Where will Ursula's character, once you've got her, unlocked her, built her up, where will she fit in the current meta?
So they basically say is that she's going to be devastatingly powerful. She will have devastatingly powerful abilities that match the effort to attain her. She takes matters into her own tentacles.
That's funny.
Yeah, they don't give you any other info, but yeah. I mean, raid character, you can pretty much almost always guarantee they're going to somehow end up in the meta.
Yeah. I mean,
right? Like
the two that we have, Baymax and Elsa, both super powerful. Both plug and play very well.
Totally.
What I like about having raid rewards is that it isn't about how much you spend necessarily.
No.
But how well your club can defeat the raid.
So, and this is exactly what is going to happen now that you mentioned that. This is going to cause a lot of club turnover.
Right.
Tons.
Which is good, in my opinion.
Totally. This is going to either, if you're in a dying club, it's either going to revitalize your club or your club is just going to be completely toast.
Yeah.
You might as well just jump ship.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I like that I thought this was a dumb question too.
Yeah.
Like, is there a trend of certain characters being needed in certain places? Of course, every character has a specialty somewhere. I thought that was dumb.
Right. Yeah, this is
How important will raids be for gear and resource flow into the player journey? I
thought this was good. So they did say that they're going to be a large part of the game economy across different player levels, but especially for players working on tier 6 plus gear. It will be one of the primary sources of tier 7 material. And there are going to be several ingredients of materials that you can only get through raid rewards, and confirmed a new raid exchange. So we're going to get probably raid currency.
Good.
Raid currency, and then you can buy whatever, I guess, in there. I wonder if you should buy her shards.
That's a possibility.
If you use your currency on gear or Ursula shards.
That's a possibility. I would not like that.
I would not like that either.
But that is a possibility. I like that it says that it will be a large part of the game economy. So if it's lacking right now, and all they're going to do is inject it with a new boost to the game economy, that's only a big win for everybody involved.
Yeah.
And it's 100%. Tier 6 plus gear, which that is the hard step. Getting
That's
from
the
tier
annoying
6 to
stuff.
7 is horrible.
It's so bad.
Not to mention the stuff at tier 7. So I got my first tier 7 with
Did you?
Elsa. Yes, I did.
Nice.
And now that I'm tier 7,
Mhm.
I don't see the benefit in getting a single tier 7 piece.
No.
Because there's so, like, the ingredients you don't get from anywhere else. There's no daily challenge for them.
Yeah.
I need like 100 something.
No, I don't think there's any benefit to it right now, other than like you're gonna drive yourself crazy trying to do it.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So if this is the way to get that gear, as well as the stuff to get characters up to gear 7, without it being such a drag,
Yep.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Will players get mini rewards for participating in raids? Or will resources only be given at the end of a raid?
I thought this was interesting too. So you get rewarded if your raid is successful, which obviously makes sense. But you also get raid points that go towards seasonal milestone rewards. So
that sounds different than Star Wars.
It is. That is, if I'm remembering correctly, Marvel.
I don't
think
remember.
They have.
It's been too long for me.
I think they have seasonal rewards. They do have seasonal rewards.
What it reminds me of in regards to Disney is the event towers.
Yep.
How you've got club milestones, but then your own personal milestone. The raids in Star Wars are entirely club related.
Yes.
The only thing when it comes to individual is trying to place high in order to get better rewards.
This make it sounds like it's individual.
Right. So it sounds like here, well, a club raid.
Yeah.
But you don't want to just post a 0 because you individually have your own milestones you're trying to reach, your own mini leaderboard of individual rewards.
You were speaking directly to me with that. Don't post a 0.
I was, Sarah. I was. Just say no to posting a 0.
Yeah, because this makes it sound like you're right that it's individual. I think that's going to be the case, and I think in Marvel it's club based.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that they're gonna have, and maybe that's a way to get Ursula. I don't know, like how you get Triton shards, Triton tokens from completing personal milestones.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think this could be a good idea though. I like the way that in Event Tower they incorporate personal incentive as well as club incentive.
Yeah, you've got both.
Yeah. I like that. But the Event Towers has not been enough, for me at least, to push me into getting into a better guild.
Right.
So I'll notice players that do 0. Like,
I noticed that.
You guys are trash,
and it drives me up the wall.
Yeah, but me just as a player, not enough for me to say anything or to complain. But that's a crappy move.
It only drives me up the wall because I'm like, you literally have free energy just sitting there, and you're throwing away.
I know, and they let you auto
rewards.
It's not a monotonous
just sim it. Just
right. It's not like the arena. It's auto sim it.
Yeah,
makes no sense.
Yeah.
Do you believe the rewards from the new raid will justify the resources and time needed to participate?
Absolutely. Yeah. New exclusive gear pieces. So that's coming to raid rewards, it sounds like. Playable version of Ursula, they already confirmed that. Exclusive to the heroic tier.
So not in the shop.
Not in the shop. You got to do the heroic tier.
only the top tier. So if you can't do the top tier, you're way behind everybody else getting Ursula.
And I'm assuming if they are going to copy Star Wars, what they will do is make it so that before you do, say that's 7 tiers, before you attempt the heroic tier, you have to successfully beat the tier before it.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Just so you know, you people
get a
don't
feel
think
for the game mode. Yeah,
you're not going to be able to jump straight to the end and try it.
Yeah, I like getting a feel for the game mode first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ursula, brand new character, only within the heroic tier.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to point out they keep saying from raids, plural.
Yeah.
Are they just saying like the number of times you'll do the single raid multiple, or are they like visioning lots of raids going on in the future?
I think they're envisioning raids in the future.
Okay, yeah, that's the only reason why they'd ask so many questions at the start.
Yeah, I think they're saying like this is the first one to come. I don't think people should expect a new one in 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you're going to be waiting probably a year before a new raid.
I don't know. I think 6 months might be good. I think Star Wars took forever when it came to releasing raids.
Yeah.
So it's desensitized us. Doing the same raid for a year, once you've mastered it in, say, a couple months, is kind of monotonous.
True. That's why I take a 0.
Exactly. Disney doesn't want to get to that point. So Disney's going to take better steps.
Yeah. That's why they've introduced the seasonal milestones.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Okay, now this was a very interesting question.
Yes, and I like this.
How often will the rewards for raids change, or are they set in stone? So in Star Wars, they changed a couple times, but only because of player feedback whining about it. But now, so differently than that though, depending on where you place, depending on what chest you'd open in Star Wars, could get a full gear piece. You could get very low, crappy gear pieces.
Yeah.
What's that going to look like in Disney, Sarah?
So they do say that the raids, I like this, that they say the Ursula raid. So very specific.
Right.
They say they're going to be relatively constant because they want players to have a reliable source of gear and tokens. Then they did say, like, disclaimer, they might tweak it based off of what people give them as feedback, but it does say there is going to be a random component to some of the factions or attributes of gear materials. So, but the amount of the rewards will be very static. So basically they're saying you're not going to guess on whether you get 2 or 20 of a piece. You know that you'll get 20. You just don't know if it will be a heart mote or a whatever.
Right. That's understandable. Yeah. Okay, what do you think about that, Sarah?
I like that. I think that's fair.
That's an A+. Slam dunk over Star Wars.
Yeah. The only thing that it doesn't tell you is that, and I mean, I feel like you and I can assume this fairly. I don't know if the general player base would assume this. You get rewards based off how you rank in a raid, in most raids in other games. They don't clarify that.
They don't clarify that. True.
And they don't clarify what the difference will be. Is it going to be drastically different if you rank in the top 5 versus, the 20 to 25 range?
Or rank 11 and just barely missing out on top 10.
Exactly. So that is a key piece of information that I would like.
Right. What I like about this is they take out the randomness of if I get the exact same place every time,
Mhm.
like let's say I get 8th place.
Right.
Somebody in rank 34 who posted a 0 should not get something better than me for doing nothing just because of randomness.
Come on.
It's
share the love, man.
It shouldn't be everybody in the club.
Sharing is caring.
It shouldn't be everybody gets trash, but randomly 5 out of the 50 people, no matter what rank you get, are going to get good stuff.
I think it is going to be like, if you're in this ranking, you'll get from this box per se, and etc. down the list.
What it makes me think of is that it'll be similar to the Club Conquest rewards, where you open a chest, and every time you know exactly how many Davy Jones you're going to get. You know exactly how many runes or the chest, the whatever, the special, the gray.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah, the random chest of who knows what characters are going to come out of it. That box is always the same if you get 1st or 2nd or 3rd. Whichever rank you get, it's going to be the same as every other 3rd place person or every other.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked that. I liked not having to question, what am I getting when I open this? Do I need to keep an eye out? Because I think that whole tactic is they make you be okay with crappiness.
Right.
Because there's a small chance you'll get something good. That whole lottery mentality. I'm much better like them doing it the Club Conquest reward way of here's what you're going to get. So you know beforehand you're going to put this much work in it whether you're happy with the reward.
Yeah, I totally agree. The only downside will come when you either are in a guild that is, or a club that is full of really strong players and you're all posting crazy high scores, then you're going to come into that shuffling where you're putting in the effort and you're ranking 11th and just missing out on top 10.
Very true.
That's going to be the downside.
Very true.
Especially if, I don't even want to put this out into the universe, but I will. But especially if they make it so that tier 7 gear is in the top 10 only, for instance. If they make it like
Star
that.
Wars did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Yeah. I don't see them doing that, though.
I don't see them doing it. And I feel like I shouldn't have put it out into the universe. I'm going to take it back. I trust Glue not to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
Will there be runes to be gained in raids?
No. They said no.
Which is okay.
They said they don't have any plans for it, which is basically no.
Right. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like the way I see the game right now, without raids, we have the way the gear economy, the in-game economy currently is. So there's runes aren't as bad as the gear or the gold economy problems.
Right.
So I don't see that as something big and pressing. So the way I'm viewing the raid, it's okay if they don't add runes, because everything else that they're adding is going to help players so much that I'm just happy with whatever rewards they get. Right. Because it's going to be on top of the current. Everything we've been playing up to now has been without this extra injection of rewards from raids.
That's a good point. So this is just extra that we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall thoughts. How pumped are you now for the new raid? Did the Q&A increase your excitement or decrease?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it increased my excitement. It did answer some questions.
Okay.
I think the teaser we got today increased my excitement more.
Nice.
I'm also like, I have the patience of a toddler on Christmas morning. So I'm like, you have been talking about this raid and teasing this raid for 6 weeks.
I've already forgot about it, assuming you lied to me.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, like, let's go. Give me the raid already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want it now.
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you?
It increased my excitement. I was happy with all the details they gave. I thought it was a good dev Q&A. And indirectly, just with the way they said things, because of all the knowledge I have with Star Wars, I think filled in a ton of blanks as to what the final game mode is going to look like.
Yeah.
So,
I think so too.
It put me at ease, having no idea what their interpretation of a raid was going to be.
Yeah. I think the actual gameplay and like looking at, like, pausing it and looking at it answered way more questions than just watching it.
Yes. That was fun too. That was fun.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm stoked. I think it'll be here within a month.
I hope so.
I think November is the release date.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. I'd be happy with that.
Like maybe even just 2 weeks from now.
I'd be fine with that. I would be okay with 2 weeks from now for the raid.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If it's not here before January.
Oh yeah. No, it's gotta be. It
better be.
Or you'll have to answer to Sarah.
Yeah.
So that was the large portion of news.
Yeah.
It also posted today just a list of what's coming back into the game.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Stitch Tower's coming back.
Yeah. The other thing that I saw was the last day to earn and spend spooky coins, if you care about that, is October 31st, which should not surprise anybody.
Yeah.
And Jack is going to be in the new PvP season reward.
Replacing Yokai.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're making Violet, Mr. Incredible, and Dash available to farm.
That's good.
Yeah. So that tells me that event might get phased out then.
Yeah, I think it might. Or they're just making it easier to...
Yeah, to finish it.
Right.
I guess you would have to have it come back because Jack's not farmable.
Right.
So.
Well, Jack's a reward in the PvP season.
Right, but you're not necessarily
I know what you mean.
You're not going to 7-star them unless you're only doing PvP.
Yeah.
Even then, no.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
That brings us to our Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Right now we're all in... I won't say we're in the honeymoon phase of the game anymore. Right now, we're all anticipating the raid. Kind of stagnant because it's been a while since we've gotten anything really new to do. But what have we enjoyed over the last week of Sorcerers?
What have you enjoyed?
I momentarily enjoyed getting my Elsa to Gear 7.
Yep.
But I haven't seen a big increase. I don't know how other people have such powerful characters. They beat me.
Yeah. Me neither.
I thought if, there's no mods or anything.
No.
You've got stones.
It's just stones.
Real easy to calculate. Small change in effect of a character.
Yeah.
I don't understand. the difference when fighting somebody that I think we're very similarly leveled.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, why am I getting destroyed?
Right.
Yeah. 100%.
It does not seem that a Gear 7 Elsa was the answer for me.
No.
Now, I did, because the event came back, I did get her 7-star.
Nice.
But I don't have the gold to get her 7-star.
Oh.
I need another 170,000.
That gold crunch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It's so bad.
Maybe that will make a difference. Maybe then I'll finally see like, oh, now I've got the powerful Gear 7 Elsa. And then besides that, what I have enjoyed is that my yokai is doing pretty good. Because last time we had the show, mentioned how I had made it up to champion or whatever.
Yeah.
Yokai is gonna be halfway to 6-star whenever he gets phased out. I'm pretty good with that, with having a
halfway to 6-star?
Yeah, without having to do any hard node farming or anything. Yeah. Right now, I'm at 75 out of 65.
Man.
So right now, he could be 5-star if I had the gold.
Right. But the gold is brutal.
What about you? What have you enjoyed?
I also took my Elsa to tier 7. Which I have not noted. The only thing that I have noticed with it is that I don't fall out of the top 50 now. That's literally the only difference I've noticed, which is great because it makes my tournament considerably easier.
Right.
That's the only thing I've noticed with that. But other than that, I've just been working on my oceanic characters because we're getting a raid that looks like we're gonna probably want them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that's been fun. You will laugh at this. I took my Stitch to tier 5 because I got to the 3rd tower in Triton's in the last Triton Tower event.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I had gotten there. I did not know that when a character dies on the 1st node, when you go to the 2nd node, you can't use them again.
Yeah, it's persistent. It's like a...
I did not know that. So I ended up losing my Captain Jack. So I needed to take another character to tier Gear 5 to do the 2nd node. So I took Stitch there, and then I realized after I did it, after I spent all the gold and bought all of the pieces to make him tier 5, I realized that he is only 4 stars. So long story short, I did not do the 2nd node on that tower. I just autoed the 1st one.
Oh no.
Which is fine. I mean, I guess I could take my Tinkerbell to Gear 5. That seems like a really great use of my resources.
Definitely.
But I have been working on them, so that's kind of fun. Yeah. And I've kind of decided that I also want to work on. I don't know if I've actually decided this or not. I kind of want to work on the teams that get buffs for Club Conquest so that I can have strong teams for each of those towers.
Toy Story.
But I'm worried that they're going to change those buffs down the road, and I will have done that. And I'm worried that, knowing my luck, I will do it, and then I will get like halfway there or almost done, and they will change it. So I don't know if I'm actually going to do that yet.
Yeah. I don't see them changing it soon.
No.
Like,
but maybe eventually.
Maybe eventually. But when I say eventually, I wouldn't expect that within the next.
Right.
So I think you're pretty safe to farm and work on those characters right now.
I feel like it would be a fun little project.
Yeah. I want to go after the Toy Story villains.
Yeah.
Do they get buffs, or is it Toy Story in general, or is it just the Toy Story heroes?
It's both. So Toy Story in general gets buffs, and Toy Story heroes get extra. So I can't read it because of it's over for my club. But yes, it is both because that's where I always put Zurg.
Gotcha. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it does say something about defending Toy Story characters get whatever it is. And then there is another line that is specific about Toy Story heroes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, our next section, God Help the Outcast, where we talk about what's bothering us. Did you have anything? Because I
don't have anything new.
Same. Nothing new to complain. Nothing new given to us, and nothing new to complain about.
Exactly. Nothing fixed that we've complained about.
Right.
Yeah. That's the key. My key thing. Nothing's been fixed.
I haven't been getting disconnected lately. So I haven't had that issue.
I got disconnected yesterday during my tournament battles, which was awesome.
Oh, that's horrible. Are you still getting the thing where it says you're currently being attacked?
No. I have not gotten that in a while. I just got disconnected. I get disconnected specifically in tournament battles and PvP battles. Almost all of the time. So
that's very annoying.
Yeah. I would like that fixed.
My main gripe still is the Big Hero 6 characters.
Oh, yeah.
They're just all terrible. Yeah. Like, why would you give heroes leadership plus 20 speed to the team?
The only way I beat them is if it is in a PvP mode and the person is autoing.
Right. Yeah, same here.
So it's the only way I can beat them.
Like, I see the lineup of me versus them, and I go, oh, no. And then I see that they're autoing, and I go, I have a chance.
You're like, okay, I have to actually try. I know, I do the same thing. If they're not autoing, I'm like, man, I can't wait to hit the forfeit button.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The purse girl, the pink with the purse girl.
Oh, yeah.
Why is she so powerful?
I don't know. It's irritating.
The main struggle, I think, with them and what the next team will probably dominate them because they have a way around it.
Mm-hmm.
That they throw out these intimidates. Cobra Bubbles does too. There's basically no way to counter intimidate since there are no cleanses. Like, it makes me wish they never reworked the blue fairy wand, that gets rid of all debuffs.
Yeah.
Because we need that now with this garbage. Cobra. So I'll fight people. They'll have Cobra Bubbles, I think. Give Pink Purse Girl tactics. But then when she does whatever her special is that does slow, it's also doing free silences on my characters before I ever get to take a turn. Despite the fact that I've got a Elsa lead where my Sven is supposed to be going before everybody else.
Right.
If you get plus 80% turn meter or plus 60% turn meter, there's no way somebody else goes before you. The math doesn't add up.
There's something weird.
So frustrating.
I don't like it.
Okay, on to Merlin's Tower, where we answer any questions you may have about the show.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get any questions this week?
I didn't see any in Discord.
Okay.
Jarman's watching the stream, and he did ask this, and I think he is right. Other than heroic, would we not be able to use lower starred characters in a lower tier level of the raid?
If they do it like Disney did, or like Star Wars did, then you'll still need 6-star for the one right below heroic.
Yes.
So
yeah,
yes,
I was just gonna.
But only at the level. There will always be star requirements.
Yeah. So if you're doing tier 4, you're gonna need 4-star characters.
Right.
Theoretically.
Right. So it won't matter that I've got, all 7-star, bunch of Gear 7 characters, but then I've got a Gear 7 3-star hero.
Yeah.
He can't be used.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if I did the one right below heroic, I'd still need him 6-star.
Yeah.
That's the annoying part.
I think we're going to see a lot of people spending gems.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I am curious what the impact the raid will have on the game, the community, clubs. This is the first big release of a feature for the game.
Yeah.
Since it came out.
Yeah. And it's going to be a huge feature.
Yeah. Yeah. How are they going to fit it? How are they going to fit it in that little map of floating islands?
Yeah. Where are we going to put it? It's probably going to be in the clubs island. You go to clubs and then it'll be in there somewhere. I wonder if they'll rework it.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And last but not least, let's head to Li Shang's training ground to talk about who we are currently training in the game. Because somehow I'll make a sorcerer out of you.
Yeah.
So who are you working on, Sarah?
I am working on Prince Eric. Because I feel like that is obvious reason to do that. So I have him at 5 stars. I just got him to 5.
Already?
I did not just get him to 5-star. Yeah, I got him at 5-star.
Nice.
It's literally all I spend my grand campaign energy on is Eric.
Very good. Very good.
Even right now, they're like, "Hey, double drops on Sally." I'm like, "Don't care."
You're not gonna distract me.
Nope, you cannot distract me. He is at 50 out of 85. So he's getting there.
That's impressive.
Man, I'm telling you, I know you don't believe me. Sim,
I don't believe you.
1 at a time.
You're wrong. You're wrong. It's all in your head. It's fake news.
Oh, man.
I don't believe
you. I'm working on him. And then I am working on... I started farming a couple of more of the Toy Story characters, just like Buzz and Woody again, just because why not?
You know why I don't have enough to take my Elsa to 7-star? I thought it'd be worth it to get the next level of the Woody first book thing. So I spent 500,000 to get my Buzz to 6-star.
And was it worth it?
It was not worth it.
Oh no.
It's not worth it.
That's not good.
But hopefully in just a couple days, I'll have enough to get Elsa.
That feels bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I need some whale friends to, do that.
The club gift?
Yeah, club gift. I need a couple 50,000 club gifts.
Yeah, I could use a club gift. Man. Yeah. What are you working on?
I'm saving gold so that I can get Elsa up. I got Hero to 7-star too. Or 7 gear. I don't know how I did that. I know he's who I've been working on also, but it's because he already had 4 of the pieces Gear 6 needed.
Right.
I don't remember how I rationalized working that hard on him. You know, if I do evolve into a Big Hero 6 team at some point, it'll be nice to have him ready already. And then I am farming Oceanic. So I too am doing Prince Eric, at least a 5-star. I'll probably stop then. Although depending on how well he does in the raid, then maybe I do need to get him to 7-star.
I'm all aboard. I'm just like, might as well finish.
Yeah, you're right. Well, the thing I would do instead of him is Cobra Bubbles.
Right.
Because my focus will be Oceanic. But I want to finish up the Stitch stuff and then move on to the Eric Triton raid stuff.
Which is fair.
So we'll see what I'll reassess after the raid comes out as to what I need. But that's currently where I'm at.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this week. Lots of good raid details to go over. Hopefully by next show
we'll have a raid.
Maybe. Or at least have a good timeline of, like, it's dropping before 2 shows from now.
Yeah.
I think so. Definitely within a month. Definitely within a month.
Hope so.
Well, that ought to do it. And until next time, Jeannie, you're free.